So anyway, you might remember that last time we were kind of dead.
Is that a Nazi?
It might be.
Please, God.
Is that a Nazi?
Jesus Christ. No. Please. Please.
Like, crazy demon Nazi.
I've heard a couple places that this is actually World War I, not World War II, but unfortunately I don't know enough about either to this. So now we're dual-wielding broom handles.
Those broom handles or lugers?
Those are broom handles. You can tell because of the front bit. There's a gun nut right now who is just furious with me. You'll also notice that they don't have faces. So anyway, this is the new darkness power. I think it's called Tentacle. It is easily the best. It's essentially a melee attack, which you can also use to destroy lights for free. It has gracious auto-aiming. It has a fairly short reach, but if anyone's in that reach, they die in one hit. And then, you know, you can physics them all over the place, which is, of course, fun. And
did they just reject the heart?
No, we got another Darkling. Because that guy was super evil or something. So, now we have the Kamikaze Darkling. It's pretty much what you'd expect.
Now, do they have any practical purpose in combat, or...?
No, absolutely not. If there's a Darkling you need in combat, it's the Gunner Darkling or the 4th Darkling. Maybe a Berserker, although their life expectancy is 0. I mean, Kamikazes have the same life expectancy, but they kill themselves, as opposed to, you know, getting killed by everything.
So, where the hell are we?
Well, it's funny you mention hell.
Hell is World War I?
Hell is, well, once again, I'm not sure if it's World War I or World War II. That's my own ignorance there. But, what is very clear is that there are crazy demonic Germans.
I knew the Nazis were evil.
So, here's the thing. These crazy demonic Germans, I'm just going to call them Nazis, just to see. These crazy demonic Nazis. If you don't eat their hearts, they don't die. They will just get back up over and over and over again forever. So, you need to eat their hearts to finish them off. Also, the draw distance is actually pretty small here.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, which sucks, because there's not actually that much.
How the fuck does Jackie know how to wield these weapons?
He just knows how to use everything. Being a hitman, whatever. I mean,
I'll go with no.
Pistols I can buy, rifle I can't. Also, 4 horsemen. There he is.
That's Pestilence? Doesn't look like...
I tried to kill him, it didn't work.
I like the whole bird motif. It goes, it's a hint to the old Black Plague and how guys used to walk around with a mask that looked like birds.
So yeah, I actually, I know that you can find all the 4 horsemen, or, you know, 4 gimps that resemble the 4 horsemen and have the same motif or whatever. I don't know. They're not really that important. I know they're all in this, like, level, but I don't know where they are. I know Pestilence is right there. I know where Death is. But I don't know where War and Famine are.
That's a shame.
Yeah. So, we get to see Pestilence and we get to see Death. There's no real award or achievement or anything like that for finding them, so...
It's just cool.
It's just cool. I thought they'd be in, like, 4 corners of an area, but no. Also, this rifle is fucking amazing. It puts things down in one shot.
Question.
Yep.
How come you get to keep your darkness powers?
Oh, you mean why isn't the darkness like... Oh, no, I tried to... That wasn't happening.
He won't be coming back.
Yeah, he's pretty dead. What do you mean by that specifically?
Well, like you have lefty and righty, you have the tentacles and all that, but you're in hell.
Yeah.
So, why?
Well, these are all very good questions that won't be answered till Darkness 2.
Oh.
I have no idea, is the answer. Because
So-
it doesn't really make any sense. And, like, Darkness 1, or Darkness 2 does kind of upstage this game completely in that aspect. I was hoping that was an explosive barrel, but no, it was a regular barrel. Probably.
Why didn't you just, like, shadow spike him into oblivion?
Oh, I'm trying not to abuse it, because the first time I played this game, I just, like, that was every kill from here to the end of the game.
Yeah. Well, it's still satisfying to pop it up everywhere.
Also, this section has a really, really annoying habit of, like, oh, you're supposed to go this way, locked door, and then you have to use the slither power to go inside a building or outside of a building or somewhere else, and then, like, unlock the door from the other side. Also, that guy was keeping his heart in his knees. And as you can see, the controls aren't that good for this sort of thing. Also, it's dark.
Is that guy flying?
No, we're on the ceiling. So, try to figure out which way's up. Like, as soon as I turn to the wall.
I can't.
Exactly. And that's why this power is dumb. Also, the reason I was destroying those was because I remembered earlier, if you touch the light and slither, it just retracts immediately. But that didn't seem to be happening anyway, so... wasted time, I guess.
It was funny how it went through the entire backtrack. I assume you hit your range or some shit?
Yeah, it like spun around several times on the ceiling. So yeah, beyond the initial novelty of Hell is permanent World War I and or II, there's not much to these levels. And that is unfortunate, because you spend a long time with them.
Huh.
Yeah.
How long's a long time?
Like, it's probably about as long as any of the other levels, but there's nothing breaking it up, so it feels longer than it actually is. Like, you know how the normal levels are, like, oh, you do a level, you usually get a darkness power, you, like, usually get something.
Yeah.
And then you go back to the hub, and people talk at you, and you get some more lore, and then you go to another level and watch, rinse, repeat type of thing.
Well, I'm pretty sure we're not going to get people talking to you in crazy super hell.
You'd be surprised, but the difference is that nothing they say has any real relevance to the plot.
Oh.
I mean, granted, that's the other failing of this game, is that none of the the story is about the gangsters and the whole mob thing, and, like, what do you do with Uncle Polly, and you want revenge and stuff like that. It just kind of ignores the fact that, hey, you have giant snake tendrils coming out of your back. You might want to work on that, maybe fix it or something. So, here, I was just trying to figure out, because there's a locked door, and there's no indication of where to go beyond that.
I think you just slither along the outside.
I was about to say, the problem with this is that it has such a good range of mobility that there's no real clear indication, because it could be anywhere, you know? And I didn't notice that hole in the ceiling until just now, so shut up.
To your credit, it's sort of hard to see.
It is really dark. I actually do, I get the door, I just get the door in a roundabout fashion. Also, the transitioning from wall to wall, floor to ceiling, etc. It's not exactly the smoothest thing. Like, it's automatic too. It's not like I'm pushing a button or anything. It's just really janky, and it doesn't feel right.
So, who were those guys at the start who got shot?
Oh, you'll see more of them later.
Because I have a theory about this, and I'm going to wait to see if I'm actually right. That guy's dead.
Well, not really. Once again, if you don't eat their hearts, they just come on back. So, right here I was just kind of exploring, seeing what I could find. Answer is not much. Although, if you are to explore at all in this game, I would recommend exploring these levels more than any other. Because, just like every place else in this entire game, there are collectibles here. And
find phone numbers for people in hell.
Yes, and they are the best. They are so much better than the normal collectibles. Like, the normal collectibles, there's a couple standouts. Almost every collectible here is amazing. So yeah, notice the explosives, and I was like, oh, I could just shoot it. Because video game.
You need a kamikaze?
Exactly. Also, here's something to note, because I just did it, and I don't think I do it very frequently. When you reload the pistols, he doesn't actually reload them, he just drops them, and you lose all the ammo in said pistol. So, that's why I don't reload very frequently with the pistols.
Hey.
Also, I probably should have tried to get further away, but I thought he was, like, attached to me. Like, I had to get close to it before he realized.
The flame of life shall be put.
Still amazing.
Yeah, really good voice acting.
Just wait till the sequel, he gets so much better.
Get your head bloody fool! Jerry's everywhere! All men. You're giving away our position, you idiot!
So yeah, hell is permanent World War 1/2.
Suicide corner.
Without fear.
That's terrifying.
You're going to need to reach the village through the sewers. But be sharp about it. The Hun are closing in. Have a word with that standard.
What the hell is wrong with their face? Their face.
You're with that other Yank, aren't you?
Captain
The one
Eldridge.
in the village?
Ha.
My name is Captain William Eldridge, 2nd Army of the British Expeditionary Force. You must be the
Well, I mean,
Yank.
it's not much better than the Germans. The Germans have, like, the crazy smushed up, huge teeth, no
Probably wondering
eyes
what
thing
spot
going.
of bother you've gotten yourself into. Bit of a sticky wicket, eh? Can't tell you much. Need to know basis and all that.
But
You're going that way, son, and I wouldn't fool about. I've seen things down there that would make grown men cry. If I were you, I'd get in there sharpish. Keep moving and don't look back, whatever you do.
So on my TV, it was actually too dark to see what he was pointing at, so I thought he was just pointing to the left. Nope, hatch right beside him.
so are we gonna see one of the other horsemen or what?
Yeah. But not in this episode. This episode's pretty much over. See you next time.
There's no explanation for what's happened to me. Maybe this place isn't a place at all. Maybe it's a state of mind. I mean, I'm supposed to be dead. I remember you. I remember the gunshot.